got a touchdown from Joe Paopao in the first half of this ball game. We're down to the final minute now of the third quarter.
A big roar from the crowd, or a lot of the crowd anyway. It's for the Blue Jays score that we gave to you a few moments ago. Oh, Ray Elgaard was open, but Ron Hopkins, I think, deflected the ball away from him.
Well, the Calgary defenders have been getting to the ball just at the last moment on several occasions. You saw Larry Hogue knock down a couple in this quarter. I think if Joe led him a little more, he might have completed that one.
There is an injured Stampeder. I believe it's Richie Hall. Oh, no. Yeah, it is Richie Hall.
Pat Clayton, trainer, talking to him.
That was Hall coming on the halfback blitz, and he put a hit on Joe Paopao, and Hall is the injured ball player.
Looks like his side or his hip is an injury.
Speaking of injuries, Roger Aldag, the veteran Saskatchewan Roughriders, playing in some pain. He split his finger, and they have splinted it, and he is back in the ball game.
Take a look at once again Richie Hall coming in there getting a shot on Paopao.
They come down hard on the his hand immediately goes to his right hip.
Probably a hip pointer injury.
A hip pointer can be a very, very painful injury, although certainly not serious.
There's one Stampeder fan in the audience tonight. JTA fan.
Richie's all right. Total offensive picture is just about how the score is. Saskatchewan leading by 10.
On the return, he gets to the 10-yard line. That was a low-line drive spiral by Jerry McGrath that kind of fluttered a little bit and fooled Hopkins and made him back up and take it on the hop. 48-yard punt and a return of 8. After 8 complete now, it's the Jays 3, the Yankees 2. 3 more outs to go for the Blue Jays, and they will be American League East Division champions.
Dale, it sounds like the time for Tom Henke.
That's right, yeah, you bet. Throw smoke now. And that is the end of the third quarter, or this will be the end of the third quarter. At the 10-yard line, the Stampeders, 1st and 10. Johnson puts it up. What a catch by Tag Rome. First down, Stampeders. They quickly move out to the 37-yard line. A pickup of 27 yards, 20-10. Saskatchewan leads Calgary. That's the end of the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Third quarter by Tag Rome, getting the Stampeders out of trouble.
And we're back now to start the fourth quarter, and the Stampeders are 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And now let's see what we've got here. Dan Runge went across the line of scrimmage. Rick Johnson waited for him to get back, and then Jitter Fields made the move to go and make contact with the player. But I
think that has to be against Saskatchewan.
To be sure, because he went across the line of scrimmage to get at Runge.
Sure, Runge was back onside before the ball was snapped. There's going to be a bit of a discussion about this one.
They're going to march it off against the Riders. 5 yards for being offside as you take a look at our Chevrolet three-quarter stats.
Offside, Saskatchewan, first down and field.
Very even in total offense, as you can see, but a 10-point lead by the Roughriders. Well, you couldn't really call Runge for drawing him offside because he'd gotten back. And
he had to make contact with Runge before he got back onside, and he didn't do that. Johnson zings this one over the head of the intended receiver, Ray Alexander, and the defender, Terry Irvin. Let's go to Al.
Well, Dale, there's popular Richie Hall. On that hit, that he made a minute ago. He hit him so hard, apparently, he had a hip spasm. It wasn't a hip pointer injury. The physical, the trainer of the football team gave him what he calls spasm release, whatever that is. And Richie said he feels fine now.
Johnson goes to the other side this time to tag Rome right at the 50-yard line. A first down it is for the Calgary Stampeders. About 8, right at the 50-yard line. We're just into the fourth quarter, and the Stampeders trail by 10. Blitz is on Johnson, and he just unloads in a hurry. Jim Hunter, number 52, right on top of him.
There's been an awful lot of receivers slipping tonight when they're making their cuts. Alexander just slipped on the previous play, and Tag Rome slips on this one. Watch him. Just when he tries to make his cut.
That turf is not in great shape. It is really matted down.
It's very thin, isn't it?
And thin and hard. It's 2nd and 10 for the Stampeders at their own 50. They call the draw. Mason is stopped right there by Gary Lewis, number 79, playing his first ball game for Saskatchewan, and he's having a big one. And he forces the Stampeders to punt the football away. Gary Lewis acquired from Ottawa in that big 6-player trade not quite 2 weeks ago.
Had 2 sacks in the first half of this ball game.
Fields and Zeno drop back, awaiting the punt from J.T. Hayes. And he kicks it low. Zeno, 15-yard line on return, and he is hit right at the 20 for a return of 5. A 42-yard punt and a 5-yard return. Saskatchewan leads by 10. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action in a moment. At Taylor Field in Regina, it is now 3-3 in the top of the 9th in Toronto. Butch Weininger has just hit a home run with 2 out for the Yankees in the top of the 9th. They are tied at 3, and a little bit of rain again, pouring rain. Uh-oh.
It's been delayed?
Not yet. They're still playing. First down, Saskatchewan. The ball at the Rider 20-yard line. The screen to Craig Ellis. He's on his own, and he is stopped at about the 26 for a gain of 6 yards. Culpepper in on the tackle for the Stampeders.
Stampeders blitzing quite a bit now on first down, and Paul calls a good play for that situation.
Tony Dennis, number 88, is into the ball game. And a Blue Jays fan attending a Roughrider game. 2nd down and 4. Is to Craig Ellis. He's got a first down out across the 30-yard line. Craig Ellis leading the Canadian Football League in touchdowns with 13 of them coming into tonight. And he also leads in rushing touchdowns. 10 of his 13 have been on the ground.
First and 10 from the 31.
4 carries for 27 yards tonight for Ellis. First down Riders. Quickly throws to Michael Elarns. Makes a good move down the sidelines. He stepped out of bounds at the 42-yard line. He should have another first down.
Well, that would put Papa up around the 260-yard mark throwing a football. He's averaged over 300 yards this year. Arms making a good move there on Mel Jenkins, 28. 2 good moves. The second one got right around him.
His right foot just touched a very faint sideline over there in front of the Stampeder bench, but the referee was right on top of the play, and it is a first down Saskatchewan. The ball at their own 42-yard line. Craig Ellis trying to get around the corner, goes out of bounds with it. Forced out by Mel Jenkins. The pickup is 6 or 7 on the play.
Riders now going to more or less a control type of offense, running the ball a little bit more and Bill Powell throwing it short and not taking any chances as putting together a pretty impressive drive here.
Gain is 6, second down and 4 from the 48. Again. Across the 50. And he'll be short of the first down. Again, our question tonight, should holding be called only when it directly affects the play? And the numbers to call, 50-cent service charge per call, and we'll give you the results of that at the conclusion of tonight's ball game. We have 10-17 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Riders will be third and a yard, and they will gamble at their own 51-yard line.
They need only about 2 feet. Last time they ran Craig Ellis in this situation.
Powell keeps himself.
Ball carrier to quarterback.
Stampeders, Bernie Morrison says they stopped him, but we'll have a measurement.
It's going to be pretty doggone close to it, but I think he did make it.
Just made it. But, of course, all it takes is any part of the football.
Joe is really stacked up there. You know, from that angle, it looked like he gained more than a couple feet, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. He got pulled back a little bit, too.
So with 9:44 remaining, the Rough Riders keep this drive going.
Trying to put a stop to the losing streak. Ellis. That's about a yard, maybe 2. Woodson in on the tackle, along with Hogue.
This is an interesting block attempt by Roger Aldag. Watch him, number 44, as he comes out. He's blocking on Bernie Morrison, 72, and he tries to hook him to the inside. A very difficult block for an offensive guard. Good penetration, actually, by Morrison, as Ellis is forced to go back, and the gain is limited to just a yard. Good defensive play.
Second and 9. Big Ray Elgard. Hauled down by Larry Hogue. First and 10 Saskatchewan at the Calgary 41 to pick up a 16 yards.
You know, Dale Elgard has not been a big factor in this ball game since very early on when he gained 29 yards to set up the opening field goal for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And it was about 5 or 6 games into the season when Elgard was held to less than 100 yards in any game. What an outstanding start he had in 1985.
Riders on this drive have now had 8 plays. This is number 9. Ellis got turned upfield, gets inside the 40-yard line for pickup of a couple.
Hey, Joe, don't run that play no more.
They give him close to 3, so it's second down and a long 7 for the Rough Riders, and we have 8 minutes left.
We talked about Ellis's primary asset being a receiver. Coming into tonight's ball game, he'd rushed 115 times, but he'd only averaged 3.1 yards. It's not been the breakaway back that they expected, but an excellent receiver.
Leads the league in catches. Fraser makes the catch. Tackled immediately by Larry Hogue, and short of the first down by a couple of yards.
See, there's that Stu Fraser cheering section.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't suggesting that fans here in the ballpark get on Stu, but there are some around town that really figure, especially as a return guy, should have been back there.
Well, he doesn't have that blinding speed.
No, he sure doesn't. It's third down and 2 yards to go for the Riders.
I think they're going to send Ridgway in there and attempt a 40-yard field goal. 7:14 remains now.
And he'll try to give the Riders a 13-point lead. Fraser will hold. The kick by Ridgway. It is wide to the right and gets a single point out of it. So it is now Saskatchewan 21 and Calgary 10. With 6:56 left, we'll be right back. 700, but as you can see, some of them are having a great time with the Roughriders in front by 11. Rick Johnson going deep and knocked away by Eddie Ray Walker. Intended for tag Rome at the Saskatchewan 30-yard line. The Stampeders first down at their own 35. Johnson's showing that he can put that ball in the air a long way, but great coverage all the way by Eddie Ray Walker.
Well, Rome made an outstanding catch on the final play of the third quarter, but no way, as Eddie Ray Walker was right there.
And of the last 5 passes that Johnson has attempted, 4 of them have been to tag Rome. Second down and 10. 6.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. The draw, the Mason stopped at the 40. A gain of 5. Eddie Lowe made the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5, and on comes the punting unit. They've called that draw play on 2nd and long previously tonight, and it has worked for them a couple of times. But on this occasion, they come up 5 yards short.
Eddie Lowe would have nothing to do with that. Former University of Alabama star, played under Bear Bryant. Came up with a big defensive play right there.
J.T. Hay threw out a punt formation in the first half. And he kicks this one away, and this will be Derek Zeno waiting for it. Zeno down at the 26-yard line by Rob Bresciani, number 11. 47-yard punt, 3-yard return. Riders lead 21-10. We'll be right back. Peters by 11. And following tonight's game, the Carling O'Keefe Sports Game Stars will receive a Royal Canadian Mint 1-ounce gold coin presented by Tilley, Canadian manufacturers of fine leather goods. At Tilley, they bring together quality and creativity in all their products, from their line of personal leather goods through to their travel wear. First down for Saskatchewan. The ball at the Rider 27. The draw play. David Conrad, 30-yard line, a gain of 3 yards. Five minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the ball game. Clock is running. Derek Zeno comes back in as a wide receiver, replacing Tony Dennis. 2nd and 7 Riders. Ball going for Zeno. Out of bounds. Oh, diving catch at the Rider bench.
What an outstanding catch, even though it will not count. Zeno did everything he could to keep his feet in bounds and still make the reception. The ball just about a foot too far for him to do that, but showed great athletic ability.
Yankees have gone in front 4-3 in the top of the 9th inning. And the Blue Jays, Lloyd Mosby with an error on the play, allowing a Yankee run to score.
Well, that's quite a turnaround. Ooh, late stages.
Saskatchewan 32-yard line. There's a flag down, but it was because the Riders did not give him enough yards in fielding the punt. A 30-yard punt and a 28-yard return.
Well, if there's one guy that can come up with the big plays consistently for you in the Stampeder uniform, it's that little guy, Richie Hall.
Decline. First down.
4 yards penalty declined. They take the 28-yard return. First down for the Stampeders near the Saskatchewan 32. 21-10 is the score in favor of the Riders.
Asking to put this one in the end zone.
Play is broken up by Terry Irvin. Pass intended for Ray Alexander.
Boy, just an excellent play by the 9-year veteran of the Canadian Football League, Terry Irvin. Of course, used to wear the red and white of the Stampeders. That is really a good defense. Alexander coming back toward the football.
Terry Irvin had an interception tonight wiped out due to a penalty. He has 5 on the season, given 50 in his career. He is the leading active player as far as interception goes.
And don't forget, CTV Sunday afternoon. Showdown number 1. The BC Lions visit the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, which should be one of the best matches we've had all year long. Willard Reeves, the leading rusher in the Canadian Football League, last year's Shenley Award winner, and the much maligned Roy DeWalt got his ball club at 10-1, and he's under heavy criticism from his own hometown fans.
Unbelievable. He leads the league in touchdown passes. What a matchup we'll have for you.
And has less than half the interceptions of any of the other leading quarterbacks in the Canadian Football League. A must situation for the Bombers if they want to finish first.
4 o'clock start Eastern time right here on CTV. Sunday afternoon, the Bombers and the Lions. Right now it's the Stampeders looking at 2nd and 10 from the Saskatchewan 32-yard line. Rick Johnson. Blocked by Rick Moore at the 40-yard line. The ball came loose, but they're going to rule it Calgary's football. Another big sack by that Rough Rider front 4. And Rick Moore, I think, has now got 2. Gary Lewis had 2 earlier. Lewis has actually got 3.
Well, you'll see the pressure coming in on Johnson as he just gets ready to throw that football. Gee, that really did look like a fumble to me.
It did come loose as soon as Rick Moore hit him.
I think the Stampeders are going to gamble here on 3rd and about 18 to go.
From the Saskatchewan 40, 3rd down. Johnson to Greg Fieger, the reverse to Ray Alexander. Alexander's got a 1st down. He fumbles the ball. Saskatchewan has got it.
What a beautifully executed play, and unfortunately for the Stampeders, it ended with a fumble.
Stampeders are a little upset. They're saying that the ball did not come loose till Alexander hit the ground.
Just an excellent play by the Stamps, showing a little innovation there. Well, I don't know. They could be right. I think maybe the contact with the ground did cause the fumble, but that's not the way the officials saw it. Let's take a look at it again. Greg Fieger making the reception, and that wall being set up for Alexander. Al John's got a piece of him. All of a sudden, the big turnover as it looked like the Stampeders might be in excellent scoring position.
Frank, did you see the official on that play? It looked like he was in the middle of a traffic jam.
Well, that was a very, very unusual play by the Stampeders, and it looked successful.
Powell lost about half a yard on 1st down. 2nd and a little bit more than 10 to go. Stu Fraser, he's got him up near 1st down territory, but he'll be a bit short at the 23-yard line, and that'll bring on the punting unit. We have 2:43 remaining in the football game, and the catch by Stu Fraser was short of 1st down yardage, so the score is Saskatchewan 21 and Calgary 10, and we'll be back in just a moment. Trailing by 11 points with just 2:43 remaining in the ball game, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders looking at 3rd down and 1, and the punting unit is out there. Richie Hall, tag Rome, back deep. Jack Goda looks on, just hoping nothing goes wrong from here on in. Trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Tied with Calgary for the longest losing streak of the season. Good punt by McGrath. Richie Hall from the 45-yard line. And Hall is dropped by Scott Reddle at about the 52. So the Stampeders take over good field position on their side of midfield. A 41-yard punt and a return of 7. Talking about current streaks, the BC Lions for the 2nd time this year are a 5-game winning streak. Edmonton Eskimos have won 4 in a row. Hamilton has been winners the last 3 times out. Toronto and Ottawa, of course, won last week. Winnipeg lost last week after winning 7 in a row. Calgary's lost 2 in a row. Montreal 3 straight losses. And Saskatchewan, as I mentioned, has lost 5 in a row coming into the night. Johnson waving Alexander deep and then threw it too high. He got one arm on it, and then Dave Singh made contact with him, broke the play up. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, this guy just shows great hands, though, doesn't he? I think he'd have made this catch had he not been knocked in the back just after making contact with the ball with his outstretched left hand. He's going to be a great receiver in the Canadian Football League. Not a bad night at all for Rick Johnson.
Quarterback draw by Rick Johnson, and he's got a first down. Good call by the Stampeders. He's inside the Saskatchewan 45-yard line, a pickup of 15.
Draw's been a very successful play for the Stampeders throughout this ball game on almost every occasion.
Stampeders have now rushed for 106 yards tonight. Here's Johnson looking to throw to Larry Mason. Hit at the 40-yard line by Fran McDermott. Helped out by Dave Singh and Jim Hunter. The gain is 4 yards. 2 minutes left. Second down and 6 Stampeders from the Saskatchewan 40. Throws him down the sidelines, and it'll bring up third down for Calgary.
Well, the last time they gambled on third down, they picked it up.
Third down, 6 yards to go.
Dale and Frank,
Alexander fumbled.
Dale and Frank, I just wanted to mention something we, I think, haven't mentioned yet. We're looking forward to that big game Sunday. We'll certainly miss Cal Murphy on the Winnipeg bench. We hope Cal's doing well and will be out of the hospital soon.
Certainly second that, Al.
Play for the Stampeders. Lots of time for Johnson, and it is picked off by Fran McDermott. His second interception of the ball game.
Just perfect timing by the veteran Fran McDermott. Had 3 interceptions going into tonight's ball game, and that, as you saw, was his second. Just waited a little bit too long to release his football. Tag Rome was open momentarily, but that should do it now for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They'll end their 5-game losing streak with 1:40 remaining. They're ahead 21-10.
Paul hands off to Craig Ellis. Bernie Morrison wraps him up as he crosses the 25-yard line to about the 26-27. Final score now tonight. The New York Yankees have defeated the Toronto Blue Jays 4-3. So the Blue Jays' magic number remains still the same, but the lead now is cut to 2 games. And they will play tomorrow, and that'll be on the CTV network starting at 1:30 Eastern Time, and Sunday's game as well, 1:30 Eastern Time. 4-3, Yankees win tonight. Pow. Down Saskatchewan as Zeno gets to the 43-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's lucky they got to him quick. He's got blinding speed.
16-yard gain.
Zeno was timed at 4.49 in the 40-yard dash, which would make him the fastest